Hello, my friends. I am going to have to do this video quick because I don't have enough space on my phone. But I do want to share some of the celebration stuff with you because celebration ends officially next Monday, the 28th. So if you want to earn any of these free products, you need to get your orders in very, very quickly. But I also want to show you a fun fold card as well. And for the fun fold card, I'm going to start with that. I'm using the Friendly Hello stamp set and the Coordinating Designer Series paper. And you can get this for free with a $100 order. You get both the paper and the stamp set. And then here are the patterns for the paper. We've got this one and this on the back, which is Pool Party. We have Fresh Freesia and Pale Papaya. We have Pale Papaya. We have Granny Apple Green and Pool Party. We have Fresh Freesia again and the Pale Papaya and the Pale Papaya and some funky polka dots and Granny Apple Green and stripes, because we all like stripes. So that is the Designer Series paper if you are interested. Now, the card that I'm going to use using this stamp set and the paper is, we're going to make this card right here, which is a fun fold. It's got a span, it's kind of a spanner card is what they call it. So I'm going to show you how to make this card, and it's very, very easy. We are going to start with a regular card base, 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to take our cutter. We're going to cut 1.25 inches. So we're going to go up here with the 1. There's the 1, and we're going to go to 1.25. And we're going to move our blade right in the center of the paper, because this will be our card front down here. And we're going to cut straight down from there. Then we're going to shift it over to the 1.25 over here. Just like that. Move our cutting blade right on the line again. And straight down. And that is all we need to do for our funky spanner card. So once we have those pieces right there, make sure, I don't know if I used my bone folder to crease that. Then we're going to have our other pieces to go. So for these sides here, we've got 1 by 4. And I've got 4 of them because we're going to put some on the inside as well. And I'll show you that in a minute. So we've got 1 for here, 1 for here, and then 2 in the inside. And to kind of break up the color here, the green on the green, I'm going to mount it on some Whisper White cardstock. So we'll put that on there, and then this will go on here. And then for our center panel, we're going to have a 2 3/4 by 4 inch piece. And I've got 2 of them cut just because that's the way the paper actually cut. So we'll use this one right now. And then I've got another 2 3/4 by 4, and that will be again in the inside to write on. And I need to cut, actually let's try without mounting this one on white, because we've already got kind of a white background as it is. So let's just see what we got here. So I'm gonna take the Designer Series paper that I have cut, put a little glue on it, and mount it on here. Like that. And we'll, see, I'm using scraps of paper because it's going to be covered when you put it on the card. Oops, look at that glue all over my surface right there. We'll just put that on our front panel like that. I've got a paper towel right here that I'm just going to put right on top of that. Because that'll be sticky and ruin our card. He will be on. I'll try and stay away from there. Then I've got a piece over here. Like this. Can't believe I forgot to cut that white paper. Maybe I can cut it really quick here. And like I said, you can put this right straight down on the paper as well. On the granny apple green, but I kind of like the contrast of the white. Nice to have the neutral colors. Okay, so this one is 2 3/4 by 4. So if I cut a real quick sheet of white here, 2 7/8 by 4 1/8, you should be golden for a mount. That piece. Let's see here. Did I cut that right? And it looks like I did. So we'll take this and put this on here. Now, always remember that you've got white flowers here, so you can also color them in using your blends or your Stampin' Right markers. And you could also color in these as well. So here we are with our, should have raised my table here. So I'm just going to mount this on here. And this is going to go in the inside right here. I'm going to put this. Oh, but you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to stamp on it. So I just have to make sure I don't make any mistakes. Whoops, that slid. It slid. So I have a little flower that is in that set. That is right here. And I'm just going to try and put this right here for the inside. And then I have some words that say, hope you have the best birthday, which I will also stamp the inside. Like that. Ooh, look how nice that stamps, because I just re-inked my ink pad. Love when it's freshly inked. Now, I decided on the inside, we have the white on the background, but you don't necessarily need the white. And I'll do one without the white in the inside so you can see the difference. And that, like I said, equally nice looking. You don't necessarily need to have the white on the background. In fact, when I originally did the card, I wasn't going to do that, and I said, "Oh, let's do this one with the white background." So we'll put that there. And then we can take our blends and color in the flower. So I'm going to use the Granny Apple Green on the leaves. And I'll use the darker one here. And then this lighter one. So we have some contrasting leaf colors. And then I'm going to use the fresh freesia on the inside. And I'll use the darker one to go along these highlight lines. And then the light to color in, to fill in. But that gives us a nice inside for the card. Just like that. Okay. Now we got to do the spanner, and timing for the spanner. Usually I do it before I do the inside, but we're going to flip this over. We're going to have this go behind here. This one's going to go behind, and then this one's going to go over. So if you can see that, it's basically going to mount on there. just like that. So what we'll do is we'll just put some glue on just the ends. So make sure you just do it on the ends, because you don't want to get glue all over the place. And then we'll just take it, and I'll do it upside down like this, because then I can line it up. This one goes in. And then we'll just line it up on our base here. And there we have the spanner. Now, I also have another piece that's cut here, and I'm going to stamp my words right on the designer series paper. These words, as well as the other ones, go from another celebration set that you can earn for a $100 purchase called Special Moments. And I do really like the words in this set. So I'm just going to take the happy birthday from that set and stamp it right on the designer series paper. Just like that. And then I'll take my glue again. Put it on here like this. And again, I'm using scrap paper. Using it up instead of throwing it out. And I'll just put it right on there like that. And there we have a really nice card. Now, I stamped the bird from the stamp set as well. This one I didn't really color very well, so so we'll do this one maybe here, and it's going to have to be hand cut, and I usually like to have it hand cut ahead of time because it takes me a little bit of time to do it. But we're just going to kind of imagine that it's going to go on here when it's cut out, and it will look like this. And I've popped it up, so there is the card that I did with it. Let me show you a couple other cards that I did using this same design and this same paper as well. I've got one using the fresh fuchsia as my outside colors, and I have a pale papaya, and you'll see I didn't remember to put my sides on that one. And then I had this one here, and this one I didn't use any white either, so you can see it's a little more subtle, and I equally like that as well. And then I did using the daffodil paper, which is also the daffodil paper is free with a $50 purchase. So I've got the daffodil here in my little notes. So I use the daffodils, and I think that's all I did with that. Let me show you the daffodil paper, because that's really pretty too. And the daffodil coordinates with the daffodil stamp set and dies that is in the current occasions catalog that ends the end of June. So it's nice if you think you're going to want the daffodil set to try and earn the paper. So we have this one here, this design, and I'm going to show you, I actually took my blends and colored in the daffodils with my Daffodil Delight yellow blends. And the finished card that I did with that background is this. So look how different that looks versus the white. So that's an option to do with the paper. And then there's pale papaya on the back. We have our hearts on one side and just some leaves and flowers on the other. We have this paper here on this side and the yellow, which I love, that yellow. Some more daffodils. Here's some daffodils and daisies. So that coordinates also with the daisy punch. And some checks. And then we've got some more daffodils and some black and white. Or actually, it's very vanilla and white. This is not white paper. It's a very vanilla base. So that's the daffodil paper. There's a couple more cards that I did with it. We've got that daffodil using the dies. This uses the stamp set and the dies to cut it out. You're just using the paper. So that's the daffodil paper. Then we also have this paper, the marble paper, which is free with a $50 purchase. We've got the Blushing Bride. I think that's Daffodil Delight. But that coordinates with the other yellows as well. Gorgeous Grape, Coastal Cabana, the Smoky Slate, and the Balmy Blue paper. So we've got a bunch of that. There's that on that side, and then it's a little more wild on this side, which is kind of cool. So that's the marble paper. And then the other pack of paper that you can earn is the rainbow paper. And we have, these are some of the patterns of this paper. And some of the blues. And some pinks. And then if we flip it over, these are the patterns on the other side. Lots of rainbows. This coordinates with, in the Occasions catalog, the rainbow dies and rainbow stamp set. Sunshine and Rainbows, I believe is what it's called. Got some rainbows here. Lots of rainbows. We've got Misty Moonlight Stars. More rainbows and stripes. 3 different kinds of stripes. And we have clouds, which coordinate with the Cloud Punch that's in the Occasions catalog. And we have some more stripes. So that is the rainbows. Sunshine and Rainbows. And I'll show you some cards I did using that paper. First I'm going to show you, this is a Driving By is a stamp set that you can earn with a $50 purchase. And I found that card, made it, and that card, and then I made this one using the rainbow, Sunshine and Rainbows paper, and I even stamped the card, the van, and cut it out to paper piece. So that is the Driving By stamp set. And then a very popular set in the celebration is the Awesome Otters. And here I use the blue of the Sunshine and Rainbows. Here's the marble paper. Here's the other marble side. Here's another technique card that I did with blender brushes. And then here was a nice Valentine card using the Valentine paper that's in the Occasions catalog. So that is about all I've got to show you today. Just wanted to give you an idea. Oh, I do want to show you too. In the paper that we just used, the Friendly Hello paper, this paper is all white, and what I did is I took my markers, my blends, and I colored in the flowers. So you can also color in, like I showed you, like it has the blue background, so it really looks pretty when you color it in the pattern. So hope this helps, and if you want to place an order, you can visit my web page right here at www.lindasolomon.stampinup.net. You can't see the T. The sign's a little bit long. And we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.